Welcome to You Haunted, the Haunted Taxi Ghost Tour of Atchison, Kansas. Brought to you by the Haunted Taxi, where we take you to haunted places throughout your local community. The Matthews Real Estate Team. Total Clean Floor Care Systems of Olathe. The Hair Shop of Olathe, Kansas. An American Shaman 151 of Olathe, Kansas. Welcome to You Haunted, the Haunted Taxi Ghost Tours of Atchison, Kansas, where tonight we will visit one of the most haunted towns in the U.S. and make fear fun. We will visit Hangman Bill, the 100-body graveyard, the ghost figures of McKinter Villa, the great flash flood of Atchison, Kansas, the fuzzy face ghost, Gargoyle Hell Home, Norm the Friendly Ghost, the Bloody True Blood Home, the Ghost of Lover's Lane, the Ghost of Amelia Earhart, and 1322 Maple, House of the Dead, one of the most haunted houses in the Midwest, which we will go into tonight. We will also visit the Sally House, one of the top 10 haunts in the world.
You say there are demons and spirits in your mind, 1,200 feet below the surface of the earth. For this much money, I'd like to see them.
YouHaunted.com welcomes you to the history of the haunt. Today we're going over the Sally House in Atchison, Kansas. The Sally House was built in 1867. Michael Finley and his family lived in the basement as the house was being built. In 1872, Michael Finley died in the basement of this home. He left his wife, 2 daughters, and a son. In May of that next year, Richard Irwin was born to Michael Finley's wife. A year later, his year-old son passed away. Also that same year, tragedy struck again as Kate's father, Charles Catherine Sr., also died that same year. In 1879, James, the oldest son, built a house right next door. And in 1880, James and his friend came back from a trip and said they would never go back in that godforsaken home. Within a year of saying that, he also died in the home. In 1882, the youngest son, Charles Finley Jr. of Atchison, Kansas, for Dr. Holland. That same year, this became a small makeshift hospital. According to one record, this also became a dentist's office. In 1899, a woman named Jonah Barnes moved into the house. She was recently divorced and had 3 children and one on the way. Jonah had been living before this in a mental institution in Topeka. Supposedly she was clinically insane. In 1900, James K. Finley died in this home. And in 1907, Charles C. Finley became the mayor of Atchison and lived in this home. Another tragedy struck in 1918 when William True died in the house and wasn't found for 3 days. At the same time, a woman gave birth to a daughter named Sally who died during birth. In the 1940s, Dr. Anderson and his wife also moved into this home. In the 90s, Tony Pickering and his wife both lived in this home. What we can see of this house, it had a very checkered past.
Feel the fear. YouHaunted.com.
In 2014, the Ghost Adventures crew came to Atchison and investigated the Sallie House. The Atchison Chamber of Commerce has a haunted trolley stop for this site. They also set up overnight paranormal tours of this site. This is an extremely haunted place with black apparitions, disembodied voices being heard, basement being very haunted, people being scratched. This is one of the most haunted places in the U.S. Find out more about this haunt and many more at YouHaunted.com. Remember, at You Haunted, we make fear fun. So come book a haunted taxi at YouHaunted.com or HauntedTaxi.com and have a wonderful, blessed day.